Hello, it's Naomi Mc Laughlan here, as always with a live cast. And if you watch the replays, thank you for that. And if you come on live, I'm happy to chat with you today. I have to quickly refresh my page as always and share this to my other pages. Just about a second ago, Facebook announced that I don't have enough or not a quality connection. However, appears to be that it's working now because I can see myself. Ooh, loving the hearts, thank you, that's awesome. And the likes, so keep them coming, although they're slightly distracting. Okay, sorry. I'll quickly share this over, share on your own timeline post and share in one of my groups, and then I'm happy and here for you. By the way, for you not to miss a live cast or whenever I go live, the best thing you can do actually is to, if you're using the app, to get notified when I do go live. And what you need to do is actually just press the button and then you get a notification, and I'm sure you can do so online as well. Right, okay, so I've shared it and now I can give you my full concentration. Today's live cast is all about consistency, which is key in order for you to actually build a global brand and a global business. And everything in business, I believe, is consistency based in order to get any type of success, right? So let's assume you're selling a product or a service. If you would offer that to only one potential customer, right? And the person says, no, thank you, or I will come back to you later, or I don't have time right now, or I have to ask my wife or my husband, or I can't afford it. If you would then give up, then obviously there wouldn't be any business, right? So what applies in real life, so offline, right? In your brick and mortar store, or if you do run an online based business, it's obviously the same. You have to offer it to more people, reach out more often to be seen, heard, liked, and trusted in order for people to start buying your products and services. So that's my key topic for today, is to be consistent. And you might be thinking, okay, how much is enough? So how many videos do I have to post? How many blog posts do I have to write? How many visuals do I have to create? How many infographics and so forth? So how much multimedia content is good enough? Well, there isn't a set number, although with my own clients I work on a number, but that's just to give them somewhat of an idea what I'm preparing for them, so that they actually know, or kind of being able to pinpoint the profit and the benefit they're getting if they purchase a program from me, right? So I set up a number. However, that can always be increased. So that's just the baseline, right? So if you notice that you get loads and loads of feedback on videos, do more videos. If you realize so many people comment and like and share your blog post, write more blog posts. And there isn't really a limit to it, because people will anyways only read it, or anyways only come back to your pages if they actually like to consume your content. And in order for you to prepare content that's actually interesting and relevant or entertaining, or whatever purpose it fulfills, right? They will come as often as you publish something. So if they've switched on the notifications, for instance, and you are broadcasting live like I do, then obviously do more, because you can see in your insights on Facebook, or even if you use YouTube live, right? Or even YouTube videos, you can see how many views you've had. And if you see that the views are increasing or high, right, do more. But what about if you have no views and no likes and no comments and no shares? Oh, I'm back. Okay, sorry guys. I think I just lost my connection just now. All right, okay, we're live. Okay, awesome. Yeah, this is great. Thank you, Facebook. They're sending me messages. You're live. We're building an audience for you. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so anyways, back to our topic. So let's assume you have no likes, no shares, you're brand new, or you've already been doing what you've been doing. Well, I mean, obviously it makes no sense to do something that doesn't work. However, if you give up too early, maybe not enough people have actually been able to access your blog posts or your videos because they haven't heard of you yet, right? So you shouldn't be forgetting that the internet is blasting every day. I mean, with new pages, with new blog posts, with new content created worldwide. And many pages obviously don't provide as much content, and people would just click on it and then leave. So you have to be highly specific. I've mentioned that before. You always have to consider your target audience, and then also the target times your audience might be online, right? And how do you find that out? I believe I said it before, using Google Analytics or the analytics provided by Facebook, by YouTube, by Twitter, and if you write blog posts on LinkedIn, then you have somewhat of an analytical tool as well, or at least you can see whether people have been actually reading your blog posts, right? If you have a basic account with LinkedIn, you can use all this information, and I would assume the best way to go forward would be to just take notice of what's going on or what has been going on over the past 4 weeks, just to pinpoint where you are at the moment, in order to then benchmark going forward, right? So if you have never taken any analytics to hand to really benchmark what you have done and how it's working, you wouldn't know how to increase it or to better it up or whatever. And if you have any questions in regards to content creation or what times to post best, and you are really lost here, then please DM me here on Facebook, or use my email address, or contact me via YouTube or any other channel really, and just ask me questions. And I'm sure how can I be sure? If you don't know, so I will tell you now, I do offer packages which are all one-on-one calls, which are just £99 for the first time, and then $149 for ongoing calls if you can't or don't want to afford more than one session, right? So there are bigger packages available in terms of multimedia marketing and PR and business consulting. However, if you just want to have a one-off session with me, it's just £99 and it's $99. Sorry, it's $99 actually, right? So internet currency, right? I talked about that last time as well, or some previous videos why I'm charging in dollars as opposed to pounds. And just to quickly update you, if you have missed that live cast, my reason is because it's easier for most people to just figure out how much it's actually going to be in their own currency if they are not from the UK or not from the US. Dollars is just an easy way, and then plus many of my customers and clients are from the US, so it makes it much easier as well. But like I said, I will leave you a link underneath this video with just where you can head over to my website and find out more about that. But in any case, always shoot me a direct mail, and if it's just something I have to look over, then I'm happy to do that for you for free and just give you somewhat of advice on how I would change it up. So when it comes to your content, you really have to be critically as well. You really have to think about, would you like this if you would be your target audience, right? So the question, if somebody doesn't like your page or doesn't come back and people don't subscribe, there might be something wrong with the content. Or, like I said earlier, you haven't been consistent. If people don't know that you're actually doing something, because you've been posting today and then the next time next month, and then you leave another 4 weeks or whatever, then clearly there's no consistency, right? So you do need to have a multimedia marketing plan and an editorial calendar. And you don't even need to be so professional in this. You can actually post whenever you like and want to post, right? But this is your business and not a hobby. So I don't want to overstress this, but it's good to plan ahead, and at least for 4 weeks. But I like to create 3-month campaigns to just know what this is about and what I'm trying to push or trying to sell or to alert people about, right? But of course, you can always add some content which is applicable at that moment. So it doesn't necessarily need to be planned out. I mean, obviously you don't know what's going on in 3 months today, right? You can only hope and forecast what's going to happen. But if there are any trends or any changes in the market, or you feel like, oh, I would like to sell this item now, whatever it might be, a new product or a new service you create in the meantime, then of course go ahead and publish loads and loads of content about your new product or service as well within your campaign. And like I said, you really, really need your analytics and have a look at them to figure out what time to post best. So when are your best clients online, or your target market, your target audience, when are they online, and what do they like best? So let's assume you are, I don't know, a jewelry designer, right? And you have created beautiful jewelry and you've taken lovely pictures on Instagram, right? But people are not buying it. So my first question would be, is it easy for them to find the journey through your images? So are you only posting images but your bio isn't filled in, right? If there's no link to your website, all they see is lovely jewelry. If there's no call to action, that's another aspect. So it's highly important that you actually let them know what is available and not just take random pictures of your jewelry. So you have to be specific. You have to tell people what to do next. And I'm not saying consumers don't know what they want. They actually know exactly what they want, but they also need to know that it's actually available and at what price. Because if you target general public, right? And with general public, I do mean your target audience, but I mean like within a price range that's affordable and available to most people, they do want to know the price up front. They don't want to be sent to a page and then having to find out how much it actually costs. If you tell them outright, they can make a decision then and there. So if they, on the other hand, of course, if it's a high-priced item and you don't want to kind of scare people away, that's fine as well. But you're not making it easy for people to make a decision, right? And the easiest way people can access your shopping cart is the easiest way for you to make a sale, right? Especially when you're thinking about online. So don't, you need to check your, oh, my battery is almost dead, but just on my laptop, so we shouldn't get distracted. Hey, there's another person. Please say hi if you like to. You don't have to, you can hide, but just say hello. That would be lovely. Awesome. Yeah, so as I was saying just now, it's highly important that you think about the customer journey. So if you think of your bios, are they up to date? Do all your links actually work? So if you consider hyperlinks, do they actually work? That's highly important as well. And then obviously the content. So if the content isn't dense and consistent, people will not find you online. There's just too much going on and people are bombarded with advertisement from everywhere. So obviously the more you do, the better. On the other hand, it needs to be relevant, interesting, entertaining or inspiring, right? So let's assume you post loads of quotes which have nothing to do with the products or services you're trying to sell, and that doesn't help you. They might be inspired from the quotes, but they might not be inspired to buy your products. So it needs to rely or relate actually to the products and services you sell. And I think I've said it all for today. So consistency is key. I can only repeat myself. You do need to stay on, and there's a saying in German which says, schmeiß so viele Spaghetti an die Wand wie möglich, right? Eine wird schon kleben bleiben, und das ist dann dein Verkauf. So in English, right, that means if you throw loads and loads of spaghetti, like pasta, right, pasta shapes on the wall, they one at least will stick, and that's going to be your sale. So if you speak to 10 prospects, right, maybe you have a closing rate of 2. If you speak to 20, that would be then 4. So it becomes more and more to more people you speak to. And online, obviously, you're speaking through your blog posts, through your videos, your live casts, your Instagram posts, or your visuals, your infographics. You know what I mean, right? So as you're not in person with them, if you're running a sole online-based business, it's highly important to be seen and heard from on multimedia platforms. And I believe social media will definitely help you, because you get onto people's phones, onto their laptops, onto their computers, their Macs and everything, their tablets, on the go, mobile, for free. So all you need to do is pick up your phone, press the live button, go live button, and go live. Talk to them, right? Speak to them and speak to one person. I've just listened to a live cast today, which was a recording actually, and it's so important to speak to one person and not to everybody, right? Because then obviously who are you speaking to needs to be your target audience. Speak in the language they speak, and I don't mean the language such as German or English. I mean the key terms they use. So use that in your descriptions, in your headlines, and don't forget to be consistent. So it's an everyday task, right? It's not a once a week or once a month or whenever you got time. You have to make time, plan it out right, and that's it. I believe really that's it now. All right. Have a great day, good morning or good evening, good night over here. So I speak to you tomorrow. That's it all from me. I'm Naomi Mc Laughlan. I'll stay on the line because of the delay for another few seconds. If you do have a question, please post it underneath this video. Otherwise, thank you for watching and ciao.